Hey, Dad. Buddy. You know, the Sims team, sent me to DreamCon, so, as the burglar, of course. So, I had to, come in here and swipe me a few items. But you know what? We'll start stream, but, let me, show you a few little things I swiped, but, let me change first, all right? I don't want to be looking like a burglar on stream, because I just got back from Houston, from DreamCon. So, let me just, get dressed, get changed, because, I was at work. So, let me change out of my dress clothes. I'm sorry, let me change out of my work clothes and get into my string attire, all right? I'll be right back. You met Hot Girl Meg, you already know it. All right, listen. All right. By the way, what's up? All right, can I talk a little bit about DreamCon? Just for like 30 minutes or less. And then we'll get right into some Sims 4. You here for the tea? All right. I want to talk about this, but before I come in and talk about the DreamCon, because I know you guys are already asking some questions. So, yes, I met Megan Thee Stallion, y'all. Megan Thee Stallion. Up close and personal, by the way. But we'll talk about it. Lots of cool little things happened over the weekend. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right to it. You know what, y'all? I got photos and videos that I'm gonna show y'all. So y'all are getting the exclusive, okay? And this is gonna help me because I'm actually gonna be putting together like some little recaps of DreamCon and all that good stuff, all right? So anyway, thanks to the Sims team, all right? Big shout out to our friends over there. Let me tell you. Sims team sent me over to DreamCon, y'all, and that was very exciting. They wanted me to just experience being out in Houston, Texas, enjoying the activities that they had set for us, to like literally just hang out. And it was a lot of fun. I don't know if y'all know about DreamCon, but DreamCon is like a big entertainment convention. It's geared towards like sports. What's up, Tambrini? Sports, gaming, all entertainment elements. And they're big in anime, music, and like all kinds of like pop culture stuff. Just think of a slightly smaller version of Comic-Con. And yeah, DreamCon's kind of geared towards maybe the black community space, but it's definitely inclusive. Like everybody's inviting. This event was super welcoming. YouTube was there as one of their big partners or whatever. So they had like a YouTube creative collective little room that you. So it was super fun. I got to meet new Sims members. I got to meet like other Sims creators. I bumped into like so many fans, y'all. It was crazy how many people knew who I was. Honestly, I might tear up. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I might tear up just a little bit thinking about this because it was a very welcoming. I just felt like I was just around like-minded people that were into like a little bit of sports, gaming, like movies, music, everything. And it just felt like I just fit right in. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. Big shout out to the Sims team for letting me be part of this. Because, I mean, Ebonics was there. X Mirror was there. Spring Sims was there. V Street Love was there. And I met so many other Sim creators that I didn't even know. I met them for the first time. And again, I met like a whole bunch of people. You'll be amazed on how many people knew what the Sims was. Like when we were walking the floor, like so many people were speaking like Simlish to us. Because I was wearing my plumb bob hat, right? So either they were speaking Simlish to us or they were like speaking gibberish. They're like, blah, 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 And I would just go up to them and be like, Vadish, or I'd be like, dag, or whatever. So it was a lot of fun. I almost yanked my man up, busting up a U-turn to come see you. See, that was cool. See, I mean, there were so many people. Like speaking of people, I think the last head count I heard was, 38,000 people were there. And I think they were expecting at least 40K. So that's huge, y'all. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. I'm glad y'all proud of me, man. Like I said, I miss y'all for missing the stream last week. Also, I honestly want to thank every single one of you guys that are actually just in this stream right now. Because honestly, the people that I met, that was there, that was wanting to take pictures with. I'm sorry, I'm kind of choking. for those that were there that wanted to take my picture and was just like hyping me up and stuff, if it wasn't for you guys watching my videos and just like being very supportive, I honestly would not have had the opportunity. Sorry. Woo! I didn't think I was gonna cry. All right, hold on. Anyway, I was trying to say, if it wasn't for you all with your support, no matter how much, even if I don't say it enough, I do want to thank you all for always showing your support. Because the support at DreamCon was super crazy. Like, I think I spent more time with like taking pictures with people who knew me than I did actually trying to create content. That's how crazy it was, y'all. Like, I literally felt like a celebrity for the first time. I was like, wow, like, I felt literally like a celebrity, y'all. Like, I felt so good being around people who really rock. I was like, I'm gonna go there and just like maybe bump into a few people, but there were like tons of people. Whether I was at the hotel room, not in the hotel room. Rather, I was at the hotel, people like coming up to me because they knew who I was. And then also people who were at the convention and at the airport. Like, I was literally bumping into people at the airport. I was like, oh my God, are you on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. So it was crazy. It was crazy. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. So attendance, 38,000 people, y'all. That's crazy. That's a crazy amount. And that's actually more than TwitchCon last year. They average around 30,000. So I'm just trying to give you a perspective of like how big DreamCon is. And I don't know if you guys heard of like RDC. That's the founders. They're like either RDC, aka Mark. No, them that's a not me. Anyway, we need a Nardvillain meet and greet in Cali. Nah, I'd be too scared to do a meet and greet. Cause like I said, I'm very humble with my beginnings. But I honestly would be so scared to have like a meet and greet and like maybe no one show up. I would like be so scared. Like, oh my God, I'm doing this meet and greet and like no one showed up. I would be so terrified like that no one would have shown up. What's up, honey bunny? Hey, welcome in. Let me get Court if you're gonna cry. Oh my God. Don't tell her I'm about to literally start crying on the internet. Don't tell Court that I'm about to cry on the internet. I kind of teared up. I didn't tear up, but y'all felt it in my voice a little bit. So anyway, TwitchCon's like 30,000. This was like 38 to 40,000. Just to give you a perspective, this is a 2-day event, DreamCon, hosted by RDC, also known as Mark. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about Mark and RDC a little later as well. Real quick, like I said, I'll do like 30 minutes, 45 minutes of my experience because I feel like I want you guys to understand how awesome this event was in hopes that you guys will want to go next year. They just announced it. It's going to be early July of next year. It's going to be at the same place, Houston, Texas, at their convention center, downtown Houston. Hella hot, though. It was hot. All right. I was like, hell no. That humidity was crazy. Thank you for the biddies, Kiki. Appreciate it. I didn't hear my little thing. Sunray, what's up, Sunray? What's good? You gonna be there? Oh, that's what's up. Oh, Hot Cheeto, are you going to Midsummer again this year? I'm gonna be there too. I know, right? July's gonna be so bad, but I'm ready though. I'm definitely ready for it. Hurricane with 1 year. Oh wait, you're 13 now. Wow, a wild court has appeared as she heard Nard crying. I teared up a little bit, but it ain't gonna make me famous though. All right, that's me and Court saying right there. I'm known for crying. I'm famous for crying over on the internet, but I choked up a little bit. Your favorite number's 13? Yep. Houston's gonna be hella high. I know. I'm not gonna be ready for it. I wasn't even ready for it when they said it was gonna rain. I was like, okay, if it's gonna rain, it's gonna be like maybe 70 degrees, right? Hell no. It was 80 degrees, 80% humidity the entire time. I mean, let me get to the photo so y'all can really see. I'm in like a blazer. I'm trying to look all cute. Hell no, I was sweating and just feeling uncomfortable for a little bit at the YouTube collective party. All right, anyway, so yeah, 40,000 people, lots of stuff. They had card games. They had dodgeball, volleyball, like wrestling. They had trap karaoke one moment. They had tons of panels. They had it all, y'all. It's just like I said, it's like a basic convention center with lots of like elements sprinkled throughout the 2 days. After parties every night. Like I said, they had fireside chats with Megan the Stallion. Super cool. I want to talk a little bit about that. Let's get into the photos though. Let me show y'all. Let me give y'all a little glimpse at what we working with. All right, so obviously, all right, this was my partner the whole. Big shout out to Spring Sims, y'all. Big shout out to Spring Sims. Me and him and V Street Love. I don't know if y'all know who V Street Love or Spring Sims are. They were my role dogs. All right, they were my role super villains. We did everything together in these past 2 days. It was hella fun. All right, so this was at the Creator Collective. So this is day 0. All right, this was day 0 of our experience, thanks to the Sims team sending us out. So the first thing that we did was we did the Creator Collective, right? But this is like my actual first day. This is like day 0. So this is like me at the airport, at the San Diego airport, you know, just trying to get all cute. This is what I wore into Houston, Texas. So this is like the airport, showing y'all, you know, doing my thing here going to the airport. This is the hotel room, y'all. The hotel room was lit. Like, I had this nice setup. It had big open windows wrapped around the whole room. So as soon as you walk in, there's a little hallway, bathroom, and then there's the bedroom with the little, it's like a arched couch, kind of like an L-shaped couch, but not quite L. It's more arched. I don't know if y'all ever seen that before. But yeah, this was a little spot right here. And this was the view. All right, this was my view right here from Houston, downtown Houston. Big shout out to Laura Hotel, took good care of us. And then here, all right, let me turn this down a little bit. All right, and then this is at the Creator Collective. You know, just a little bit of view. I'm not going to show you everything, just a little bit. I've actually screened this, all right? Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you any photos of Megan the Stallion from my perspective when we did the live stream, but I will tell you a little bit about when we get to it. Day 1 style. Yeah, it was very luxurious, right? Very luxurious. All right, then this is me, obviously, at the YouTube creator thing. Super fun. They had free food. They had free drinks. Non-alcoholic beverages was an option as well. They had like these really good like shrimp. It might have been Texas inspired. They had like shrimp, lots of like pizza options, little bite-sized appetizers and stuff like that. Had staff walking around taking good care of you. Lots of little activations, which I'm gonna show you here in a little bit. This being one of them. I'll probably turn the audio down because I haven't screened the audio, but I have screened the video, so that way I don't show you anything I don't want to show you yet. All this stuff that you might see will probably go into our into like my actual recap video that's non-sponsored, obviously. And then this is one of the speakers. Yeah.
Like this to you all. So we are very grateful to be here to kick off DreamCon weekend. Let's hear it for DreamCon.
Yeah, so yeah, these are just some of the speakers. Here's me and Spring. Gotta show you me and Spring. So yeah, so like I said, me, Spring, and V Street, which I met on day 2, were we just stuck together. Like we just hung out the whole entire time. This is me and Spring Sims hanging out. Just to give y'all kind of a general idea of my height, I'm about 5'11", maybe 6 foot during the summer, wearing 1-inch heels. And then I'm probably looking about 223 pounds right here. So this is not my heaviest, but I'm up there right now. But it looks good on me though. You know, 223 don't look bad on a 5'11". You feel me? All right. Oh yeah, 6'5" with the plumb bob. Yeah. 6'5" with the plumb bob, you know? So so this was cool too. So they also, at the YouTube party, they had like these really cool little this little space area, because you know, Houston, NASA, right? Put the two together. So they had this one little room where you can walk in and you can pick out a jacket. So I actually ended up picking out a jacket, which was this one. This is my little jacket right here. I'll show you. So I ended up picking out this one. And it was free. You know, I was acting a fool. I was like, oh my God, they're giving out free jackets. So this is my little NASA jacket right here. See, check it out. And it's even got like YouTube gaming on it. I don't know if you can see the writing there. There it is. Anyway, YouTube, and then I'll wear it real quick. Yeah, this is legit. Welcome back, Kiki. Yeah, this is nice. Real nice. See? Yeah, got my little NASA jacket. All right, and then I met some people from YouTube as well. This is Renee. Now, I went up to Renee and was like, oh my God, I watch every time you're either on Think Media or you do something YouTube Insider related or on anybody's podcast talking about like analytics and stuff. You gotta love the free. That's right. I went up to him and I was like, I love when you're on like, I love when you're on other people's interviews and stuff because you're always talking like giving us insights on like about the algorithm and about what to post and stuff and how to manage and just insights because he works at YouTube. And I came up to him and I told him that and he was like, wow, you know who I am? I'm like, yeah, like because of you is how I catered my content, how I think about the algorithm and stuff like that. His name's Renee. This is Renee. I think I actually have his full name, but you can't see his picture, but it's Renee. He's part of YouTube Insiders. Great person to follow if you want some insights on the actual YouTube analytics. Like he will tell you, it's like from his knowledge of the system, he'll let you know about stuff. It's really cool. And then this is some fans that I actually met these two. They're they play The Sims as well, but I met them at TwitchCon last year. So it was just so cool that they remembered me from TwitchCon last year. Or I actually remember them because they knew who I was at TwitchCon last year. And this is just us hanging out at one of the activations, which I'll show you. So YouTube had this other little cool thing. Let me see if I can find it. Where you can make your own little thing here. So this was like a YouTube little activation. So you can kind of create your own YouTube gaming thing. It has like these really cool little, I don't know if you can see it that good, but all those little things that are dangling, you can put them on your own bandana. So what's up, Black Rose? That's right, yeah, Black Rose, yes. Spring Sims was there. We're all kicking it, having a good time. So this was when I also met a lot of the staff from the Sims team as well. You'll see some pictures of them eventually too. I'll fly through some of this. This is like some video. This is like some video from outside. It was packed. And then here is some staff members plus Ebonics, also known as Danny. And then you got Spring Sims and myself. And this is Anastasia, which works for the Sims team. Also Sims team as well. And then I think that's it. I think that's everything from day one. So basically day zero. So day zero is just basically just hanging out with the Sims team and whatnot. So let me show you. All right, show you the other stuff. All right. All right. So this is the announcement during brunch. So the Sims team, we did brunch first before we even hit the floor. Melanie, yeah, that's Melanie, yeah. Maya, that's right. Her name's I think is it Maya, Melanie? No, Maya. Yeah, Ebonics was fantastic during the live stream. She rocked it. I went up to her and I was like, I know that you try to keep. I was like, look, that was inspiring what you did. I was so inspired by the way you was able to not only host but also just run with the flow. Now, once we start talking about Megan, like, you really gotta roll with the flow. Like you don't know what to expect. It was great. It was fun. It was a lot of fun seeing Meg the Stallion like in her element. It was really fun. All right, so yeah, this was the announcement that they made telling us that we were gonna be literally watching Megan the Stallion actually doing the live stream. Like, we were gonna be there to watch her do it. Like, I thought we were gonna be in another room or whatever. So this was like our little announcement during brunch.
I'm sorry, we didn't have all those names, but you can still be happy for your girl.
Oh wait, this is the wrong one. This is the wrong clip. But anyway, that was the wrong clip. But what the clip was gonna be was like the announcement that week. So I was still recording that before I stopped record. She had mentioned like, oh, you guys are gonna be able to hang out and actually watch the live stream. I just obviously didn't have it. This is the hotel. This is like the front view of the hotel room. The hotel. during day one. Let me widen it up a little bit real quick for y'all so y'all can see that. All right. Damn it, man. Now, I promise you I'm almost done. I just wanted to share my little moments with y'all. I thought this was really fun. I only know her from the twerking scene in She-Hulk. I've never even heard of that, but I have heard of twerking, but I've never even heard of She-Hulk before. Those plum balls look great in photos. I know, right? We're going to get to that too. All right, and then so on day one, I bumped into this guy who I love. I can't remember. He's so hilarious. He does skits too. I just can't remember his name, but he has this really good one. I'm not going to tell y'all. I can't remember what it was called. I wish I remember his name, though. But if anybody can look this guy here and tell me what his name is, we're getting into ad soon. Okay, I'll stop down. I'm in ads now. Okay, that's what's up. I'll stop down for a little bit. But anyway, is she related to Jordan the Stallion? I don't know. I have no idea. Love seeing all this. Yeah, this is fun, man. I'm telling you. I'm still on cloud 9, y'all. Like, I would have never thought that I would ever be part of this. Like, this was crazy. Like, they flew me out, put me in a hotel room. I got let me show you my badges too. I think I have my badges like right here. Like, for the YouTube collective, I had this badge here. Yeah, see? And I'm still rocking my YouTube joints. I'm still rocking my YouTube badge that got me into the YouTube party on day 2. And then here's my DreamCon badge. Now, this is a creator badge. So this got me into, like, exclusive areas. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. There we go. Nice. Oh, yeah, you know what? Some people do this so you can hide your face. There it is. DreamCon. So I think there's different badges. So whatever that badge this is got me in quite a bit, which I'm grateful for.
Bruh.
Mm-hmm. Not really, Hurricane. I appreciate that, Clumsy. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll take a quick little break. Let me take this off. It's kind of hot. But, yeah, got my new jacket, YouTube Gaming. Everybody at the convention center, too, was like, because we were wearing these throughout the whole entire event. And people come up to us and be like, oh, my God, where can we get one of these? So we'll be like, oh, you got to go to the merch store. This is new. And then they eventually started handing them out at the YouTube party and also at the after party for day 2. So that was kind of cool that they were finally giving these out because everybody was asking about them because they actually glow. I don't know if you can tell, but it glows and it actually holds the light for about 24 hours. It's USB-C power too. So you get like a little small USB-C adapter, kind of about like this size. And you just plug it in and it'll charge up for you. It's pretty cool. I remember when we first met and thought you never get EA, and you thought you never would get EA creator status. Now EA is flying you out to events. Yeah, that's crazy. I was like, I signed up for the Creator Network about, I want to say it was my second year in. I actually signed up for the Creator Network right when I hit like 100,000 on TikTok. So I was actually, decent size at that point, but I was just like, I didn't know what the protocols were, and I was like, yeah, I haven't heard. It's been almost a year, since I've actually applied too. And then, yeah, sure enough, I finally got accepted in there. See, I'm in ads again. You shouldn't be. Turbo. Oh yeah, Turbo definitely for the win. If you can afford it, at least. Because in that way, everybody gets
have some of your
Little's Angels. What's up? Don't mind at all. Don't mind at all.
Gotta hit the spot.
Don't mind at all. I'll say definitely the highlights were the being able to go into different little things and kind of network. I think the networking was really cool. I sat in 2 panels. The panels were really cool. I didn't really participate in any of the gaming or the tournaments because, like I said, you can play spades, you can go play Uno. With a tier 1 sub, Anonymous. Thank you for that, Anonymous. Nice. Real nice. See? Now you don't have to worry about those ads for a while, Kiki. Hell yeah. All right, we back. You can do amazing things and you deserve amazing things, Bessie. I appreciate that. Sims tournament hosted by Nardvillain. Oh, you crazy. I don't know if I can host a tournament, but I'll try. I'll damn sure do my best at it. That would be fun. I think I could host like a little Sims related tournament. All right, we back? Cool, cool. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. All right. Do anybody know who this is? This creator? Awesome creator. I bumped into him. I also bumped into some other familiar faces that I didn't know who their names were, but I always see them like come up on my feed. And then this was one of the panels me and Spring Sim sat in about voice acting. So we got a chance to learn a little bit about voice acting and how to like work on your brand, how to market yourself, and production elements, post-production elements and stuff like that. Yeah, bingo night would be dope. Like I could just do like a regular Sims bingo night where all the answers are on your bingo card, but I like kind of like somehow randomize the questions so that way, let's just say, I don't know, just like almost like Sims Jeopardy, but in more like a bingo format or something like that. I think it'd be good. Villain go, that'd be funny. That'd be hilarious. So yeah, like, you know, just a bunch of stuff like gear software. So that was kind of cool being able to go sit in a panel. And then here's the Sim Your Summer. There was like a photo booth that they had in the Dream Lounge for the Sims. So you can go in and like take a photo. This is just like a very short shot of the photo, but this is like me lounging on the pool, in the pool or whatever, which was super cool. There's bingo extensions for streams. We can look into it. Yeah, let's look into that. I would love bingo night. You know what? That might be fun. I bet I could do that virtually too. We could just like get virtual bingo cards and then I can somehow figure out how to randomize it and just call out the numbers. We could probably do that one night, be like a fun little bingo night. Cause I host bingo like every Wednesday here in town. So it flows easy for me. So I think that'd be cool. Like a Sims bingo. We should do that. I'll look into it. We'll see what we can do. I'm glad you had fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, Kiki. I ain't gonna lie. It was a lot. And then, yeah, this was what the whole photo booth looked like here. Like Sim Your Summer. They're pressing the Sim Your Summer theme for this year. So they had this whole little setup up, which was nice. There was a lot of people that came in and like took photos. I know, right? That was the first thing I said too. I was like, wait, no ladder by the pool? What's going on? Oh, that's cool. Add a little bingo card to this website. What's up? And then I bumped into somebody that had the squiggly, like nudie or whatever. I thought that was cool. Yeah, I thought that was funny. Yeah. And then this was the live stream setup. So I can take a photo of this, obviously. What's up, Paula? What's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. We're just chatting about my experience at DreamCon last weekend up in Houston, Texas. Nice little gaming, sports, entertainment, pop culture convention. Lots of fun. I'm definitely going next year. This was moments before, or minutes or whatever, hours before, I ain't gonna say hour, but before Megan Thee Stallion came in. So this was basically the setup of the stage. And then this was our view, basically. I don't know if you can see it from this photo, but this is like a long white, there's like a bunch of couches right here. And there, you know, and it's like where we sat. So I sat like literally right here. Here's where I sat. It's right up in here, right up in this corner right here. Yeah, I know that pixelated Sim costume. Yeah, that was funny. I was like, I had to get a picture with you. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, this was basically how many people were there. It was us creators, a few other creators in the second row, and then YouTube staff. There's a few YouTube staff. So it's basically about just under 20 folks. And I don't know if they streamed this on the big screen downstairs. I think they did. So not only did people on YouTube or whatever watched it, but then those who were at DreamCon was able to see it on the big screen on one of those stages, I think. But anyway, this was it. This was like basically the staff, security, of course. It was crazy. They roped everything off and like had to layer out like Megan's like path to get here. It was crazy. It's crazy. Feeling important person. Nah, I ain't gonna say all that, but so that was pretty much it. And then obviously I can share one video or photo, but I'm waiting for the approval. So but anyway, I took bunches of pictures that I can kind of like look at on my own or whatever. But I just can't show y'all any of that yet until whenever. But currently at a golf outing and have crappy service. But yeah, no worries. There's always the recap. Yeah. Have fun. Wow, you at a golf course. That's what's up. Well, have fun. Yeah, definitely have fun. So yeah, this was basically the setup. Oh man, let me tell you, she was hilarious. Like, it was literally like you're hanging out with your like family member. Like, she was just so like down to earth, like kind of like me. You know how when I'm streaming, I'm a little ghetto or whatever, but times 3 though. Ghetto times, like me times 3. Okay, I thought I was kind of ghetto, but yeah, she was like, it was fun. What's up, Gloopy? Thank you for making my day better. How are you doing? I'm feeling great. Aw, cats are doing great too. That's good to hear. I'm hanging out. I'm doing okay. Can't complain. Just got back yesterday from Houston, Texas. So I'm like getting back into the flow of things or whatnot. But yeah, she was hilarious. So she sat down and trying to get her situated, getting her mic'd up and stuff. And she was just being herself. And so, okay, she's like, oh shit, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, oh, that's right, I can't cuss when we go live. I know. So she was just like she was like just her. She was like really funny. What's up, Sim? What's going on, news? What's happening? Welcome in. And then when the stream went on, they went on for like 40 minutes or so. It was hilarious, just capturing the moment, watching her like try her best. Like, she was like talking about like different like BBLs and stuff. It was hilarious. And when she caught on fire, like the way she was screaming, it was a lot of fun. And she was super cool. Like, we all was able to take a group photo with her and do all kinds of stuff while she was there before and after the stream, her live stream, which was really dope. And then we ended up being able to go sit and watch her do her live chat, which was her fireside chat, which was also cool. So this was like definitely one of the highlights, because we got a chance to really see how the whole behind the scenes work with a celebrity, like a big celebrity like that. Like it like the behind the scenes is like really crazy. Like, they really had to get her in without being noticed or bothered. Hence why, we were late. And it was just a lot, but it was also fun to see that part of how to handle a celebrity. And we didn't even get to see all the behind the scenes. We just saw this part of it, which was like really cool. Lots of fun. Super awesome, amazing artist. The song that I really like is Bigger in Texas. That's like my favorite song that I actually listened to by Megan Thee Stallion. It's great. And this is the fireside chat right here. So everybody showed up for this. All right. And here's our introduction. I was like, where's she coming out at? Bam. There it is. I didn't take a lot of video of this part right here, but I will say that story mode, also known as Bree, did a fabulous job hosting, asking great questions. Believe it or not, Megan is from Houston, and does a lot of stuff behind the scenes for Houston. I did not realize a lot of the things that she did in a positive manner towards her city, y'all. She reps her city hardcore. And also, she talked about partnering up with Popeyes out in Florida. She mentioned that. She just talked about all the things that she's doing for the community, things that she has coming up. She's got like an anime that's going to drop on Netflix, which is super cool. So yeah, she's doing a lot, y'all, outside of just music alone, you know. So entrepreneur status, y'all. Really, really inspiring with a lot of the things that she said. And then they had like a cosplay thing. She did like, they had like a cosplay costume, you know, cosplay, what do you call it? Contest. And, it was this shows you her character. Like, this is what I'm saying, how she always goes off the script if there is a script, right? There's never a script. So story mode, if you're not following Bree, story mode, I've been following her for over a year. And also another iconic, inspirational creator as well, along with Ebonics, Mirror, everybody. Like, even though she's not a simmer, she definitely falls in as an inspiration to me. So anyway, she's hosting this, and Megan is looking at like 6 cosplayers, right? And she's like, is that it? I don't know, y'all. This is gonna be, I don't know. I felt so bad for the original 6 because they actually look great. But the way she was like, is this it? Y'all just sending me 3 out? And then they sent 3 more. And she was like, is that it? And then she literally got up and walked like to the edge of the stage and was like, look at all these black, beautiful cosplayers out here. And y'all only letting me vote out of the 6. And yo, the whole crowd went crazy. And it was just so crazy. She's like, look, I'm about to pick out about 10, but she said 20, I think. She's like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna pick out 20, because she was like pointing people out the whole, like, during her interview. She had already noticed like how awesome everybody was like dressed up and stuff. She was like, I've never seen so many black, beautiful cosplayers and blah, 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 all in one room. I didn't even know that. I didn't even expect that, because I said I was gonna cosplay on day 2, and I was like, I just don't want to be the only cosplayer. But when I showed up on day 1 and realized like this was like borderline like a Comic-Con, I was like, wow, like people really went all out on their costumes. Yeah, it went from 1 winner to 3 winners. Yeah, right. And so she literally like handpicked like 20 more additional cosplayers. And then of course story mode was like, all right, y'all, please like be mindful, like be careful, don't storm the stage. Like, she like basically like roll with the flow. And then when it was time to pick winners, it was funny because Megan was like, I gotta pick. Let's just let the crowd pick, right? So it was hilarious. But anyway, it was a great experience to see that, to see how they just went with the flow of what Megan wanted while being live or whatever. Because this was all live, you know. So this was super cool. Up my alley. I honestly wish, Kiki, that I actually filmed some of the cosplay. I guarantee you there might be some footage somewhere, like I don't know if they did a live stream of this or if they're going to do like a recap or whatever. But let me tell you, like, those costumes look great, y'all. Like, they had some legit costumes. It was a lot of fun just sitting there and watching it. This inspired me to just be like, I'm going to start cosplaying. I never cosplay for any of the events that I go to. So I was honestly kind of uncomfortable at first, thinking, you know, uncomfortable about just cosplaying in general. But when I saw how many people were cosplaying on day 1, I was like, okay, I feel comfortable. You know, even with my plumb bob hat, people were like, oh my God, I love your costume. I'm like, I'm not even dressed up. I'm just like in my little plumb bob shirt. I wasn't even wearing a plumb bob shirt day 1. I just had a regular polo shirt and this. And people were like, oh my God, I love your costume. So I was like, okay. You weren't getting paid to be a videographer like you usually do. You were paid to be I know that's what was crazy. I was like just sitting back and watching and enjoying the moment. I just might. Ooh, that would be good, Hot Cheeto. Did you get my? Did you ever respond? I asked you if you were going to Midsummer. If you are, definitely let me know and we can at least try to connect. That'd be really cool if we all connected together at Midsummer. You should have won your red house coat. I don't have one. Fun fact, I just actually bought one. I actually just today on Amazon, I found one somewhat identical to the Bob Pancakes house coat. So I'm gonna have the house coat. I'm gonna wear my white socks, and I'm actually gonna buy like a toy pancakes with like the little butter on it, with the syrup dripping down with a fork already on a plate. So I'm gonna be ready for either Comic-Con or DreamCon next year, and I'm gonna go all out with my Bobby Pancakes costume. Yeah, all right, Hot Cheeto, we'll connect. All right. So that was basically all of day one. All right, and then here's day two. And I promise you, I'll try to get through this so that we can kind of. Then our last hour, we can hang out and do some Sims. I gotta do some makeovers, y'all. Our teenagers are looking. I don't know. We gotta fix them up before they go back to high school. All right. So this was Alexis. Big shout out to Alexis. She came up to me on day one. So this is basically a day one photo. This was the swag that I was wearing. And people would come up to me and be like, oh my God, I love your Sims costume. Obviously because of the plum bob hat, right? So that was really cool. Just, me, like I said, this was like one out of the maybe 50 people that I took photos with. I ain't gonna say 50. I'm gonna say like 25. Let's say 25. 25 people that kind of came up to me between either in the span of day one, day two, or at the airport or whatever, or even at the YouTube thing. So yeah, but yeah, about 25 to 50. I don't think 50 might be a stretch, but it felt like a lot of people. It really did. Definitely got to cosplay the eggplant suit. If I could fit in it, I would totally cosplay my eggplant suit. I gotta lose a little bit of weight, But speaking of, but me eating a slice of pizza as a snack ain't getting me to my goal to wear that eggplant outfit. But but it's damn good though. All right. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's what's up. Seeing other people tagging me and stuff, and also being on the Sims channel and them tagging me or uploading a photo with me in it is also like so cool to see too. So this was day two. I went as the burglar. I was a little skeptical at first. I was like, how would it look? Me being like the burglar, being a black, I didn't want to be like a typical, black burglar or whatever. But I don't think anyone got that vibe. So I was like, I'm gonna roll with it. Because if you've seen the Sims, the burglar in general is iconic in all franchises, even Sims 4 now. Because there was a burglar in Sims 1, Sims 2, and Sims 3. And then they reintroduced it for Sims 4. So what's up, Jess? Just Entertainment. Welcome in. What up? What's happening? But next year, if I go, I want to go. I'm gonna make that happen. I'm gonna dress up as Bob Pancakes. Now that's gonna be very Sims 4-ish. So I'm hoping that people would still, recognize Bob Pancakes. But we had Eliza there, and I saw Bella Goff too. And I saw the nudie Sim. So, and then here's just me showing off my DreamCon joints. This is in the hotel room. That's right. And then this is, another photo, a couple more photos. Then here's DreamCon. This is going to be part of my video right here. So this is just like something that I put together there. A little something. There's Eliza. Big shout out to V Street Love. Yeah, V Street Love. That was Eliza. Congrats on DreamCon. I've been enjoying listening to your stories. I appreciate that. It's nice when good things happen to villains. I know, right? I might be a villain. But I am somebody. I am a hero in somebody's story. That's what I like to say. You could be a hero to somebody's story. You could be a villain in somebody's story. Yeah, V Street is so animated in the life of the party, y'all. When I say life of the party, I think that's an understatement. But she is fun to hang out with. Very, very charismatic. Very like outgoing. Knew all the songs. Like when we were at the after party, we all Even the Sims team, we all collectively just danced our asses off. It was a lot of fun. Day 2 was fun. Once you get, one last thing. Day 1, I was on my feet for about, I'm gonna say 10 hours, y'all. We went hard on day 1. I got to the convention center at 1 p.m. and I left the convention center around maybe like 10 p.m. And then I didn't even get to the hotel room by like maybe 11 p.m. Long ass day. So anyway, but it was fun though. It was worth it. It was all everything. I skipped the after party though. I was like, I can't do the after party for day 1. I'm a 41-year-old elder, so I'm like, hey, I can't hang with the youngins. But I sure did party my ass off day 2 though. Day 2, I'm proud of myself. You know, I would have went to 2 a.m. if I could, but I went about 1:30. Yeah. Yo, Villain went to 1:30 last night. The millennials understood. Yeah, you already know. Here's like a little fun little thing I did too. Yeah. Now, you know, just like being silly. This is the not the Grim Reaper, but this is like the burglar hanging out with the Sim Your Summer. Little something for my video purposes, you know. Yeah, we party, but we don't party hard like we used to. You know, if I'm not out already past 8 p.m., I'm probably not going out. You know, I'm not going out. I remember back when I was in my 20s, we didn't even leave the house till like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. You know, we like, ain't nothing to do till about 2 hours before last call. We like strolling into a bar or a club just around midnight. And then we just hang out for like an hour and a half. That's what you do. There ain't nobody got time to go clubbing and drinking at like 9 p.m. You gotta, you know, that's pregame time. You feel me? A little beer pong. You know, I was young once. Dancing Lees, what's up? What's happening? You know? No, you know, we just talking about how we used to party hard back in our 20s. You know, nothing crazy. I never did the clubbing thing. I didn't club too much either. Take a little break. That's what's up. I didn't club. I did more like bar stuff. Like I would go to a bar that might have had a little small dance floor. And if, you know, the DJ will come through on a Saturday night and then whoever's at that little hole in the wall bar, then they'll open it up and then there'll be more people coming out and hanging out and wanting to dance. But yeah, definitely very tame now. You know, like I said, my late night is Wednesdays. You know, I host bingo. We start at 7 and I'm back at the crib at least by 10 p.m. And that's late. You know, of course I was married, so it was a little, yeah. And then when you get married, depending on your partner, y'all probably don't want to go out in the club scene because you know that's probably how you met your partner. You feel me? That's probably how you met your partner at the club. You know what I'm saying? Or at the bar, you know? So you know. Now the Sims Club is 6 p.m. Well, you know. DreamCon made all those spots around the convention center hot spots. I know, right? There were like R&B. I think there was like an R&B after party. There was a lot of stuff happening. All right, and then this is the iconic X Mirror and Ebonics, y'all. Ebonics. Now this right here, I was telling them right before we took the photo, maybe after the photo, I was like, look, I am so inspired by y'all, and the fact that I'm here with you is just like I'm like I was like heavily fangirling during this moment. I've been hanging out with them. This is day 2, so I was already hanging out with them since day 0. All right, so I've been kind of like keeping my fangirldom a little on the low, you know, it was just a little bit on the low. I didn't want to show them I was like super fan freak yet, you know what I mean? You know, I wasn't a super fan. I didn't want to show them my super fan side. But then once I got that photo, though, I was like, man, you know, because one person came up to me. I was talking to somebody while we were here at the photo booth, and we were just talking about Sims and stuff like that, and she was like, hey, do you think you can, she's like, hey, I kind of want to go take a picture with Danny, but I'm kind of scared. And I was kind of like, you know, me too. Let me ask. So then that way, if I ask for the person that I was talking to, then I would be more comfortable to ask for my own photo, right? So I was like, all right. And I was able to do a little story with with Ebonics. And then she said, and I was like, hey, if you want to collab, we can collab. I asked her if she had a green screen. She's like, yeah. She's like, I love to. She actually approached me first and asked for a photo, and then asked if she was like, I would love to collab with you. I'm like, all right, let's make that happen. All right, Danny. I was like, all right. So I was like, all right, that's a win right there. But anyway, cool stuff. All right. And this was like the expo, the exhibit area, lots of like t-shirts, stickers. They had like a lot of cars, like legit like automobiles on display that had like anime art on them, which was super cool. They had comic books, just your typical your typical anime, sports, music, gaming type of convention. They had that type of merchandise for you. It was amazing seeing all this stuff. They had like this one booth that actually was like an animation style booth, and it showed like different types of hair textures they were doing. I was like, wow, they need to hook up. They need to link up with EA and do it right. You know what I'm saying? I think I might actually have a photo or two, but I forgot to put it in this folder. But
You mind if I
this was what's up. Black Rose, I don't mind at all. Thank you, actually.
Kid, you so crazy. Oh my goodness.
Cheers,
You
y'all.
gotta take it
Stay
to the
hydrated.
head. That's how you get your buzz on.
Nice. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm gonna also get me a little bite. All right. And this is just me being silly. This is probably for one of my video or whatever. Oh, and this is us hanging out at the YouTube happy hour. I mean, turn the music down. The Sims team, us hanging out, having a good time. Yeah, and they're doing electric slide. And that guy's popular too. I just don't know who he is. Who knows that guy right there? He's popular, but I just don't know who he is. He's tall too. He's like easily like 6'7" or something. But yeah, I know, right? Lights out there getting the dance on. Yeah, this was fun. This was a lot of fun. They had like activations inside the YouTube happy hour as well. You can take like cool little photos. They had gaming machines in there, different green screen elements where you can take photos. They had YouTube staff. So if you had a question about content, tech issues, monetization, anything, they had like a group of people there that you can just ask any question about YouTube, which was awesome. And they had free merch. They had like a YouTube hat. They still had like these YouTube gaming jackets on sale. They still had these. If you didn't get a chance to do this at the YouTube collective party, they had those available for you. It was fun, man. I felt this was one of the greatest events I've been to. Like, I would put DreamCon top three. Comic-Con, Midsummer Scream, then probably DreamCon for me. Like, DreamCon was, for the first time too, I've been to a lot of conventions, y'all. Been to a lot. Not a lot, but Midsummer might be my number one, depending on how this year goes. Because Comic-Con is just a little too crowded now, unfortunately. I can't do Comic-Con anymore. It's just too much. Now, I could do stuff outside of the con, like, because when it's downtown San Diego, there's like so many activations, so many people having Comic-Con parties. It's crazy. So I feel like I don't have to be at the convention center for Comic-Con. All right, and this was the basketball team. This was the basketball game that they did at University of Houston. So this was at University of Houston. This was between Team Mark versus Team Duke. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Duke, another inspirational streamer, content creator. I think he might do a little bit of gaming as well. And then Mark, who is the founder of RDC World and also the founder, or one of the founders, I think, of DreamCon from Waco, Texas. And yeah, so this is why it's in Texas, is because the founders are from Texas. And so, yeah, they did like a basketball thing. Kai Cenat was there. There's some other creators y'all may have heard of playing basketball with them. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. As you can see, I don't know if this is, I think that's RDC right there. And then this is some of his team members. Then this is us at the game. This is us at the game. The game was lit, y'all. This was like a university stadium, and it was packed. That's how crazy, that's how big these creators are. Enough to fill up a full stadium for a basketball game. A full 4-quarter basketball game with a marching band, might I add. So that was dope too. All right. And this is at the party. So this is the after party part. I just want to show off that they had the Sims on the banners. I'll show you here in a little bit. And then they had just about the whole room was full with plumb bob hats. I think I should have one. And then here's me getting my video on. All right. And then here's another one, which is really cool. So look at all the plumb bobs out there. And this is the after party. I'm muting the music so we don't get copyright, because I don't know if the music will go through. I don't know, but yeah. So look at all those plumb bobs. They started giving out their plumb bobs. Oh my God, a time was had in RDC World is funny. I know, right? And okay, I'm gonna show you. I don't know if I can show you where I was sitting, but because I had the creator badge, I was able to be on this other part of the area, like a VIP area. So I was able to just like kind of oversee and look over and see the crowd. That's where I was standing actually. That's where I'm at right here in this shot. And RDC was actually like 10 feet from us at one point. Like hanging out with his friends, like hanging out with some of the people he knew that was actually in our area. I just didn't have enough nerve to like go over and be like, hey, like, you know, and say anything to him. But he was literally like feet away from us at one point, that tells you like how much access we had during the event, which was crazy. Big shout out to the Sims for making this all work for just a small amount of creators. You know, that went, because this was the highlight too. This was crazy. Just to be that, if y'all don't know who RDC is, I'm pretty sure y'all know that Mark has done like, he did like some vines at one point. He was doing like some funny skits. Then he started doing his YouTube thing and developed like the whole RDC team of like other creators. It's just been crazy. Now he's running this DreamCon thing for a few years. He's got his RDC Gaming. It's like he's got a whole team. It's inspirational to see someone on that collaborate on that level doing something like this. You know, giving back to the community and making it fun and feel safe too. It was safe. It was fun. Everybody was friendly and welcoming. Like, that's why I like this over a lot of other conventions, because like everybody was just so approachable and just so nice, and you just felt like you were right at home at your cousin's barbecue. You know, like you just felt like family. You know, which was cool. Oh, here's the Sims stuff right here. So they had the Sims on the monitors, and it really legit felt like the Sims were dancing to the music at one point. And then you can see, I don't know if you can see the DJ, but the DJ is wearing a plumb bob too, which is really cool. So you got your plumb bob there. You got your, see, look at all those people with the plumb bobs. It's crazy. So it was super cool. Lots of fun. Here's a photo I took. We almost thought that Megan was actually going to be there to perform. So that's why I stuck around as long as I did. I was like, all right, I think, because someone said that Megan's going to be here, blah, 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 she's going to perform. So I was like, all right, I think I can do this. I think I can stay up past my bedtime just to see a performance. But if I don't see the performance, I got a chance to see Megan Thee Stallion twice, okay? I'm happy with it. All right, get your lurk on. Thank you for being here. An atmosphere like that doesn't happen by accident, right? Yeah, it was a lot of fun, y'all. And here's another shot. Yeah, here's another shot from where we were sitting in a little VIP section. All the little plumb bobs there. Now the space was huge. So I would say there were at least like 500 people in that room, if that, because the space was huge. It was huge. I would even say maybe more than that. But yeah, I was nervous because I was like, man, if this place get 500 more, it's gonna be, you can't walk anywhere. And that was my Marco's Pizza, the only Texas inspired food I had. I think I had biscuits and gravy for my brunch on day one, but I don't think that's Texas inspired really. So, and it's funny because our European friends were like, this ain't biscuits. This ain't biscuits. I was like, well, according to America's standard, you should have heard Danny Ebonics when she found out the biscuits weren't biscuits. It was hilarious. But anyway, that was pretty much. Yeah. Yep, that was pretty much my DreamCon experience. Thank y'all for sitting with me for like an hour and 15 minutes just to show off my experience and letting me choke up a little bit. Not only on my almonds, pause that, but also when I got a little emotional earlier. But yeah, thank y'all for hanging out.